Before we start removing products, let's also learn how we can edit them. So open our edit.php file as well as our newly created add.php. Copy the entire content of add.php and paste it inside of the edit.php, as they will be very similar in structure. So now if we scroll up to the top of our new edit.php file, first of all, we're going to add the new variable, which will be id equals, and we're going to take parameter id from the URL. So URL get param, and we want id from the URL. Okay, now we first check if is an empty id. That means if this parameter has been provided, we're going to continue with our page. That's the condition that must have been met basically. We won't be moving on if we don't have id. Let's just have a look if everything's fine here. Okay, that's cool. Obviously, I need to close this browser because we can't see much. Okay, so that seemed to be fine. Now, obviously, I need to close this. Sorry, if we scroll right to the bottom, and after our require once footer, we need to put the closing curly brace. So if id is in the URL, then we won't display anything. So if we now open our browser, click on edit page, we have id, so you can see basically our add page, which has been copied into our edit page. If we remove the ID and now hit enter, we obviously get the blank page. You can obviously put some error message or something, but let's leave it like this for now. So now if we go back, we have our object catalog. We're going to move it up above our form and valid, object form and object valid. So we have our object catalog. Now we're going to use object catalog to find the product by this specific ID. So product equals object catalog get product, and we pass this ID to this specific method. Now we're using this product array, and we check if is an empty product. That means the product has been found actually in the database, and again we're going to indent this content of the file. There we go. So that's all fine. And obviously we need to add the closing bracket after the require one. So we need to indent this one and close this one. So we basically check twice if there is ID in the URL, then if the product by this specific ID exists. So that's now that we've done all of these checks, we can proceed with we can actually get these categories from here. We can proceed with our form and put these categories here under those two instances of the classes basically. So now we check if is post name, which is fine. We have all the same fields, so this can stay. Then is valid. We obviously won't be adding product, we will be updating product. So it's update product, the method which we have here as well. Then we have we instantiating our upload class. We have the same upload. We have object catalog, update product. We're passing image name exactly the same way, except this time because we're not adding, we won't have this underscore ID inside of the catalog class. We will simply use our variable ID populated from the URL, which is indicating basically what ID of this record, this specific record is. And now if everything's been fine, we're going to redirect them to edit it. Then if the record has been updated without the image, it's going to be edited no upload. And obviously if record hasn't been updated successfully, they will be redirected to edited -failed. Then we have our heading, which will be rather than add will be edit. Multipart, all this stuff stays the same way, except our sticky form fields will have a third parameter, which is basically the product category for the specific record of the category. Then if we copy this, basically populate it from a database so that we can indicate which ones should be selected or what value should be by default in the field. Then for the sticky text name, and name field, we will have the name field value. Then for the description, obviously description as well of the product. If we copy this, then we have our price as well. Same thing, obviously remember to change the index. For the image, we obviously don't need to put any sticky form fields, so that should all be just fine now. So let's move to the next video.